Hello, welcome back to Talk MUFC. And today we're talking about Manchester United again and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the Glazers. If you're new, please like and subscribe. But let's get into it. So, as we all know, I did that video about Manchester United losing to Man City, and let's just say it was a hard one to take because I never want to make videos about us losing. But right now, I have to say that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be sacked. If he isn't sacked by tomorrow, if this could be a deciding few hours at Manchester United, because you know it's it's um it's honestly quite shocking what has happened. We we used to be excited to watch Man United. Now we're not. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has to go. We know that, but we can't forget about the Glazers. The Glazers are the ultimate. They are stupid because they haven't sacked him yet. They have not sacked him yet. If like I don't know why, but and I don't know if you guys have heard, Aston Villa have parted ways with Dean Smith. Graham Potter could be going to Villa, which would annoy me because Potter, Ten Hag, honestly, I would pay it off. It's the international break. Perfect time to, sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But yeah, I don't know why. If Ole is not the right man, we know it. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not the right man. He just smiles, which isn't. Now, I do not have an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer agenda, and like some people say, I want my club to do well. This is the club I love, the club I've supported for 7 years since I got into football, and to see them not doing well, it hurts me as a fan because I want us to do well. I want us to be winning trophies, but when we're not, it does hurt because you want us to win. Sorry, guys, but yes, these could be a few hour decidings of what could happen for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at Manchester United. Now, nah, with this, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not sacked, I tell you, I will probably just start doing more F1 content than Manchester United. I won't bother with this club because, as much as I love the club, I have a feeling they don't love us back, which it hurts, but I have a feeling it is. Manchester United need to make a decision. Glazers need to make a decision tonight. Uh, they The Glazers are stupid. We know that. We know that. I do not care about the club. They only bought, there was protests 2 months ago, but now we've stopped. Why? because of we stopped because all of a sudden, you know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we've stopped because we uh we bought in Ronaldo. That means nothing. Ole Ole is not the right man. I don't know how many times we have to say he's not. He needs to be gone. And if he's not gone, then there should. It just shows stupidity by the board. Just not to be letting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer go. Personally, but hey, I'm not even. Why the board should never have hired Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because I had my suspicions from day one about him. He wasn't going to be the man to lead the 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 team, you know. But now we've decided to all of a sudden, hire him because apparently he's the right man. He's the man that he isn't. This is not the man who is gonna get us to win trophies. We love him as a player and we always will. But we have to be honest with ourselves. He is not going to win us anything. If we should have known this from the beginning that he was not going to win us anything. But we've decided to stick by him, and look, it's turned out horribly, horribly wrong. Because for some reason, this team thinks, hey, we can, it does hurt, let's be real. These players, do they care? We need some players, and I don't mean all of them, but some don't care. They really don't care, and for me, I feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, your time's up. Please, please, just sack him. Because he can't walk, let's be honest. If he walks, it would be quite sad. But there has to be something done. Because the fact that he most likely won't be gone is is not good. I mean, why do we can't just let this continue? Surely there has to be uh, something done. Because right now, I am fed up of what's happening. We need the man who can take us over. Solskjaer, you've taken us from C to B team, but you can't take us to an A team. And we know that. I've had It is frustrating because you want your club to succeed. I never want us to lose so Oli can go, but I want us to at least put up a fight, which we are not going to be title contenders nowhere near if we keep Solskjaer. Because get on the phone to Ten Hag. Now, I've talked about Oli a little bit. I think we talk about the Glazers because they're gonna be like, oh, we have to do something. Yes, I agree, I agree, I agree. They're not gonna do it. They're just gonna wait, and they're gonna try and do this so more fans can turn on Ollie. They are gonna try and make Ollie's life like they want all the pressure to be on Ollie, so everyone forgets. This is why they should have never ever stopped the riots. But do you know what they did? Stop the frigging riots. You know. By the way, guys, I will be live at 7. So, for the Mexican Grand Prix, come on, Lewis. Please don't ruin my weekend. But, I obviously want him to win. Let's really see what happens in the next few hours slash tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be a big, big day. I think tomorrow, I actually have a feeling that there's going to be a announcement that Mr. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been sacked.
Yo,
Yo,
what's happening?
no, just talking about this stuff.
Do you follow Mike Green?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, because he wants to. I think he wants to come on.
Okay, what's his,
Come.
is it on Twitter?
Yeah, he's on Twitter. Yeah, just search
Yeah.
him on Twitter, Mike Green.
Yeah, I've changed my new profile pic from Rashford.
Yeah, is it Ronaldo now?
Oh no, like it's Lewis Hamilton now.
So there's a list of managers that Charlie sent me that are available, and reads as the following: Zinedine Zidane, Ernesto Valverde, Lucien
No,
Favre, Paulo Fonseca, Nuno Espirito Santo,
no,
Lampard, Howe, Dean Smith, Gattuso, Koeman, Daniel Farker. So they're all
no,
the managers who are available. Out of those ones who are available, where's he's not put has he put Luis Enrique in there?
no.
He's
Luis
available.
Enrique has the Spain national job.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, what's Mike's Twitter? I'll let him come on.
Um, Mike Green. If you just put Mike Green, you should come up.
Is it Michael Green MUFC?
1 second.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've got his Twitter out. But yeah, I've changed my pick from Rashford to Lewis Hamilton.
I'll tell Lewis Hamilton. You're giving up on the football, mate.
Yeah. Please, Hamilton, win today. Don't let Max ruin my weekend as well.
Verstappen. I don't really know about F1, but
No, Verstappen's. This is about football, but honestly, I can't be bothered talking a lot right now because I also have my voice hurts a bit, but you know it is. Yeah, I've sent him the link. For me, the only manager I take out of those is Zinedine Zidane.
I mean, yeah, but like we say, the thing with Zidane is
Does he
he's
want the job? Which right now I
yeah.
don't know.
I mean, he might be looking at that squad thinking it's so unbalanced. I can't really work much with. I can't do much with it. If he's not confident in being able to win with that squad, he ain't going to take the job. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah.
So you know,
But Ollie, we've said what we've said about him. Is there a particular date you think he's gone?
well, I think the thing is why wait? If they're going to make that decision,
They should
they
make
need
it
to,
now. They should make it tonight.
yeah. But what they need to do, Adam, is they need to let us people who pay for the club, i.e. the fans, they need
Mm,
to let us know what they're fucking doing. They should be coming out and telling us what's going on. Even if they come out and say, look, Ollie's not going anywhere for the moment, right? Then at least tell us so we know. Don't just leave us in the fucking dark where we have no idea what you're doing, what the plan is. You know what I mean? Come out and tell us what your fucking plan is. And if
yeah,
they say, look, we are in the process now, we're having a board meeting over the future of our manager, right? Then we know there's a meeting happening. Then we know to expect a fucking decision within the next few hours. It's not going to take fucking days, is it, for them to have a meeting about
nah.
this?
I
It should
mean,
take only half an hour.
I,
Simple. They've
for
had one
me,
meeting already.
yeah. The decision should have been made long ago. Like it should have been made before. Sorry about that. It should have been made before the City game. He should have gone after Liverpool. Because how can a manager survive after losing uh how can you survive losing 5-0 to our biggest rivals at home? Old Trafford right now it's silent and yeah. Hello, you still here? Has he disconnected? I don't know what's happened to talk, but you know,
Oh shit! Sorry, I was on mute. I didn't realise.
yeah, no problem, no problem. But yeah, I'm just talking like it should have been made before after the Liverpool game. We should have sacked him right there and then.
Yeah, I mean, you would have thought so, but obviously, quite clearly,
Yeah,
they've bottled it. Which is your channel again? I don't see that you're live on your channel.
oh my channel. Hold on. Yeah, my channel's talking UFC.
Oh, not Azia Hussein.
No,
All right.
no, this is the new channel I've got. But yeah, I mean we've got Mike on. How do you want to give your thoughts, Mike?
I just want to listen to others, mate, for therapy reasons more than anything. But oh god, this is upsetting. Just seeing managers go left, right, and centre, and our
Why
board.
has another one gone?
Well, no, I mean obviously with Nuno getting sacked, Daniel Fark, and obviously today Dean Smith. Not another one. Bloody hell! I'll tell you what. The next manager gets sacked. If it's not Ollie, I'm not watching United because. No, in our luck, it'll be Arteta, and that would really, if Arteta gets sacked before Ollie, I think that would push me over the edge because Arsenal are in a right state. 2 eighth place finishes. At least we're getting into Europe somehow, whether it would be through the back door, if like winning competitions to get into Europe. If we ever did that, we've never finished lower than 7th. So, but I mean. I don't know where we go from here, to be truthfully honest, guys. I really don't. I said to talk the last couple of minutes before he ended his thing on Twitter, and he was like, "Oh God!" I said, if a manager can lose 5-0 at home to Liverpool, get Liverpool passing the ball around the back at 60 minutes because they feel sorry for us, and singing Ollie's at the wheel half an hour to 45 minutes after the game. If he can get through that, he's here to the end of the season, guys, and we need to just write the season off, like Talk said.
If he's there for this season, we need to cancel. We need this season to we should just forfeit this season.
But the Glazers won't like that because they won't get top 4 money, will they? So that's all it's about for them.
Well, if they don't get top 4 money, that would actually now that I think about it, we obviously want to get top 4. But maybe then the stingy cunts will realise.
Mate, there's not the thing that I've said since 2005 when they've not right from the start, 'cause I was only 4, but from when I started to realise, probably 2007-8, when I realised what they were actually doing and the magic of Sir Alex Ferguson to win trophies under this ownership. It just shows how unbelievable that man was.
Like
oh no, and anyone that, I mean, people keep trying to tell me that that Sir Alex.
Okay, I
Let me
am not
rephrase
gonna
that.
buy. Sorry, but I'm not gonna buy the people saying Ferguson almost got sacked. You know, it took him. There was a difference. You know, managers don't get given as much time. Like if they're struggling and it's been like 3 years in a job, they're gone.
Yeah, but the difference was there, Adam, with Ferguson was that he had
Won
he had
something.
to he had
He
to
had a plan.
well, yeah, but no, he had to rebuild the squad, didn't he? If you remember, he had to. Well, you know, you won't remember because you weren't there, but he had to rebuild the squad. He identified that the culture of the club was all wrong, and he had to make
Yeah.
the changes, and that's what the board stuck with him because they realised themselves that oh shit, wait a minute, yeah, this has to change, and as soon as he changed it, what happened? We went and won the league.
I mean, you're not gonna like this, but I'm hearing rumours that another manager could get sacked today. In
Who?
Juventus's coach Massimiliano Allegri.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, fucking hell. That's another name for the hat, isn't it? You know, for United. He's been mentioned before.
Oh, I don't like Allegri personally.
Oh no, I'd love Allegri. He would. Do you know what? Sorry for cutting you off, but one thing I do have to say, right, is people are so embedded in this United way, this United DNA. We've got to go someone with a United DNA. What is the DNA? What is the DNA? Because right now, the DNA of the football club, from Sir Alex Ferguson to Matt Busby to Charlton, is winning. Is winning games, winning titles, winning trophies. What are we winning at the moment? I don't think we would still score if we were still out there playing against City today. If we were still playing right now, I don't think we would have scored yet. There is no winning mentality in that football club.
It would have been like 18-0 to City, honestly.
It wouldn't. It'd probably still be 2-0 because they'd still be passing the ball around us because that's what they were doing. They didn't even make a sub. Yeah. They didn't even break a thing of sweat. They didn't.
Yeah. If Allegri was available, would you all take him?
Yes. Anyone over Ollie, to be honest. Anyone with prestigious over Ollie, not Daniel Fark or Steve Bruce, but anyone with any sort of prestige, I would take 100%.
I mean, the thing with Allegri is
I'm actually gonna pull up a fact that I found on Twitter the other day. If I can find it, I'll try share my screen, but I don't think I'll be able to. But Manchester United have apparently lost 21% of their home games under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, it's a bad record. It's the worst record, I believe. And
that's what? Quick maths. That's 2 out of 5 games. No, I can't do quick maths, but that's like
I can't do maths in general. So
that's 2 out of 10 games, really. Yeah, 2 out of 10 games.
Yeah, it's not a good. I don't think it's a good.
It's a fifth. It's a fifth. It's a fifth of our home games under Ollie we've lost. There we are.
Yeah. He should have gone last season, in my opinion, when we went out the Champions League.
Well, I got until the Europa League final. I was done then, but because we were still in a good position in the league. But then again, you can't sack a manager that's just finished second. To be truthfully honest, I mean, it would be really harsh. So giving him the season, I thought was a good idea. Giving him a chance to get a right winger in, get a centre back in, get a CDM in. What we thought anyway, because Ronaldo was never was we going to sign Ronaldo. Let's face it, we were never going into Ronaldo. Never. It was only because City went for him.
We heard City were going to get him.
Yeah, I mean, City try and buy everything, don't they? They try and buy the leagues and they try and buy other people's legends, but
like I was honest. I liked the Ronaldo signing, but I was like, this is what they've done. They've signed Ronaldo, so now everyone's going to shut up about the Glazers. And
that Glazers 8 protest was not bigger than the one in, was it 2010 maybe when the other one was? I can't remember the other one, but there was one years ago that happened as well, and that never got a game cancelled, but it changed some scheme around the football club. And
yeah, I don't know if you guys people saying, but I'm just like constantly checking Twitter to see if
he's not getting sacked, mate. I don't even go on Twitter anymore. I was refreshing it and checking BBC Sports, Sky Sports, even see.
Look at what's his name, Fabrizio. He'll be the one to any rumours. He'll be the one to quickly be.
Well, he put an unlisted video out the other week, didn't he?
Yeah.
he pre-recorded a video saying Ollie's got sacked, and it got publicized.
Yeah, I think he must have obviously been thinking that it was inevitable and it was going to happen. But yeah, he made a bit of a booby there, didn't he? But usually he's right, and he usually gives us good information. But
yeah, I've turned his notifications on because I need to know if Ollie gets sacked, I'm going live instantly, and not to celebrate. I think some people are going to do that wrongly. I think when Ollie does get sacked,
There's no point of celebrating.
Because the problems are still apparent, aren't they? Whether he's the manager, whether Zidane. To be honest, right, I know Ferguson was as an insane manager as he was. I think even he would struggle in this current moment of how football is at the moment. You've got 4 world-class managers in the league: Pep, Conte, Guardiola, Conte. Bloody hell, Pep, Klopp. Yeah, Pep, Klopp,
Guardiola, what Tuchel as well.
Tuchel. Bloody hell, I couldn't get my words out. Guardiola, Tuchel, Klopp, and Conte. There we are. 4 world-class winners. Not just managers, winners. And then you've got good, decent managers like Rodgers, David Moyes, Benitez. There's so many... this is disrespectful in some aspect, but I think there's only about 2 managers that Ollie's better than in the league. And that's bad. That is bad. He is the manager of Manchester United, and I can think of 1 or 2 that he's better than.
The only ones I think he's better than is whoever the Newcastle manager is.
Oh, no, I'd say Eddie Howe's better. He's got a better mentality. He's got a better, sort of tactical approach to games. Like, if you look through the league, obviously the main 4, like we say, Tuchel, Guardiola, Klopp, and Conte, he's nowhere. He wouldn't even polish the boots for them. Never mind bloody put the cones out. So none of them. And then you're looking at Benitez. Benitez has won a Champions League, so you can't say him. Brendan Rodgers has won an FA Cup and a community. Well, forget the Community Shield. Has won an FA Cup at Leicester. I know Celtic were crap, but he won 2 trebles at Celtic. So there's winners in the league. By the way, I don't want to go for Brendan Rodgers. If I see United go for Rodgers, I'm done. Because
I was just going to say,
I cannot be watching that.
Leeds United have just gone 1-0 up against Leicester.
Oh, effing hell. I really want them to go down.
Nah, if Ollie isn't gone by Wednesday, in my opinion, I think he's staying.
Oh no, he's staying now. I said after the Liverpool game, if he doesn't get sacked on the Sunday night of the Liverpool game or the Monday, he's staying. Forget sacking him. He's there with his hands in his pocket, thinking, right, just got to get through this international break. We've got Watford. I mean, look at some of the games we've got coming up. We've got Watford to play. We've got Arsenal. We've got Chelsea to play. We've got Palace to play. All of those are playing better than us at the moment, and I would argue that with anybody.
Jesus, Leicester have equalised.
Yes! Come on, Leicester. Yes.
Jesus.
Rodgers at the wheel. Oh, God, whoever we get in charge, do not sing "They're at the wheel," please. No. Can't be putting up with that again.
No, there's no wheels, mate. The wheels that go with Ollie. He can take the wheels with him.
Go on.
What I think about that's happened is that Ollie has got a squad that he can't, he's got good players, but he doesn't know how to get used to those good players.
Oh, hang on, guys. We've got a tweet from Andy Mitten. Nothing about Ollie, but we've said Andy Mitten has just tweeted, been walking around Manchester today. One lad said to me, I've gone to games since 57. This is my lowest moment since Partizan Belgrade in 66. And at least we played well when we went down.
Whoa.
Damn.
Who's that you following? Andy Mitten?
Andy Mitten, yeah.
Let's have a look. Who's he then? Let's have a look. Andy.
Yeah, if you all hear that Ollie's got if Ollie does get sacked today, what would be your reaction?
Well, obviously I'll be glad, but as a man, I'll send you the tweet if you want me to talk. As a man, you do feel sorry for him losing his job at some extent, and I know some people will be like, "Oh no, he's shit, Ollie out, blah blah blah, get the views." because some people will say that, and I disagree with that completely. That we've seen it with Arsenal. Certain people surrounding Arsenal. Oh, I'll tear her out, and they'll just shout it, Wenger out, just to get the views. And fair play.
Are you talking about AFTV there?
I'm not disclosing who, but some people will do it for that reason. But some people will just sit like me, you, and talk and just say, he's got to go, and sort of steady chat about it. He's got to go. There's no in between anymore. It's not like we can say, because he has done some good stuff for the club. Let's not say that he hasn't. He's got us at the start. We were woeful towards the end of that Mourinho.
I don't know. Someone on my stream. Actually, I'll just pull up this post from United Costly. Our last 6 games in the Premier League, we've lost 1-0 to Villa, drawn to Everton, lost to Leicester, lost to Liverpool, 1 v Spurs, and lost v Man City. So we've had 1 win in 6 and 4 points taken from a possible 18.
Yeah, we've dropped 14 points, which, I mean, not even Norwich haven't done that in the last 6.
Norwich have actually won a game and then sat their manager.
Yeah, but I think what the modernised football club do, I'll say football club and I'll stress football club because we're a business. So the modern football club, what they'll do is they'll have a project that they'll have in mind. So for Norwich, the project is to get players in on loan and to reboost the youth system, and when they've got a talent that's too good for Norwich, then they'll sell them on for profit margin, and then they'll go again with a new player. We saw that with Buendia, saw that with Jamal Lewis. We're going to see that with Aarons, Cantwell potentially even. So that's their philosophy, and what they've probably underlined is, right, Daniel Farke, we're waiting for the moment when we know when we sack him, the manager won't be too far around the corner. Because if you watch, when a manager gets sacked, it doesn't take too long normally. At 99% of the time, it doesn't take too long to get the replacement in because they've already got that lined up. You don't sack a manager and then for 4 or 5 weeks not have a replacement, because then there's no cohesion in the team.
There's a report from a court offside, who I'm not sure how reliable they are. They say Brendan Rodgers reaches verbal agreement with Man United.
Oh, fuck off.
Brendan fucking Rodgers, man. No way.
God.
I don't believe that because they haven't even decided on whether if they're going to sack Ollie then, and I don't think Les still want to let their manager go, or
why would you go for great? I don't understand why you would go for Brendan Rodgers when
guys, court offside is not a reliable source.
It's got 79,000 followers on Twitter. Whether you can read too much into that, I don't like to read into followers, because
I just like to read if what happens actually happens. But I feel like if
let's see what some of their previous tweets are.
Agreement, because this has come out of nowhere that Rodgers all of a sudden has a verbal agreement.
Oh yeah, they're unreliable. The day after we lose to City, Man United are linked to Eden Hazard. Yeah, unreliable. That's United all over. That is. We lose a big game. Oh, don't worry, we're linked to Bale, we're linked to Ronaldo, we're linked to Hazard.
I don't even know why I look at News on One Football. It's normally unreliable.
I think journalism is so hard to get right because football is so reactionary and it can change so quickly. So I think to get an article right, you have to be in the know. I don't think, unless like elite football is so hard to, you can't stab a sort of, have a stab at things in journalism when it comes to elite football, because it is so elite and
according to
so quickly.
Yeah, according to a source in Spain, I believe they're saying that Man U like Rodgers over Zidane.
Yeah, I mean, if we go for Rod, I've already said there's 3 managers that if we go for, I will refuse to watch Manchester United. Gareth Southgate, Brendan Rodgers, and
Steve Bruce.
I mean, if that would be low. that would be low. I just don't want us to. I don't want a former player to be brought in either. I don't want a Rooney. I don't want. Well, I can't say Giggs for obvious reasons. I don't want a Rooney. Don't want a Scholes. Don't want no one like that. I
Don't
want.
want Rio Ferdinand.
Why?
No.
Why are we a mates football club? And I think I heard talk. I don't know if I did hear talk say this earlier, but if you didn't, I've heard people say it. Why are we a mates club? It's like we're all holding hands, walking to the shop. It's like, don't worry, Ollie's holding Carrot's hand. Darren Fletcher's in the mix. Let's all hold hands and hopscotch into the sunset. I mean,
and reminisce. Let's all reminisce
all
about the good old days. You know what I mean?
Like we're shit. Let's not face it. Like there's some Man United fans that win, lose or draw, you got to back the manager, back the players.
By the way, Monster, if you're watching, I wouldn't mind a sponsor, but you know.
Who's that? Monster.
What are you drinking Monster for? Get a bloody good old bottle of squash down you. Bloody hell. Well,
Adam,
say that as I'm drinking bloody. We're going to get a coffee.
If you're drinking an energy drink at your age, Adam, there's fucking hell. You're having a laugh. I don't even drink energy drinks.
The shopkeeper. Don't it? I mean, the shopkeeper's allowed to sell it, but I've had like one. But for the brand deal, innit?
Yeah, you got to get Monster involved. They can be the quickest. See what I've done there I
was gonna say Red Bull, but then I realised I hate Verstappen, so.
oh God, we ain't gonna get into that. The Grand Prix later on.
I don't know about. You know what I'm like with Grand Prix. All I know is that they drive fast, and that's about it.
Yeah, then they try not to crash, isn't it? Talk. That's all I know.
That's all I know. I don't know. I don't understand.
But
the ins and outs of it and all.
We've talked a bit about Ollie. We have to talk about the leeches, who are.
Do we have to? Do we have to?
If you don't want to, we don't have to.
Oh no,
the Glazers for me, they're in a bit of a. They tried the ESL. Pound signs were flashed in front of their eyes. They grabbed hold of it, thinking, "Oh yeah, this will be easy. We'll make a shed load of money." That went south on them relatively quickly, and then now, you know what? For me, they're just in a position. They're not in a financial state to continually and consistently push for honours at this club because of the finances involved. They're just not.
How big would a bid have to be for them to even consider selling the club?
4 to 5, I would say. 4 to
5 billion.
Yeah. I'd say maybe realistically in terms of a kind of cash deal, I would say maybe 3.5.
It is what it is. I mean, one thing I will say is that I knew we were kind of cursed in the beginning when Rio Ferdinand said, "Man, you were back when we won versus PSG 2 years ago."
I think one thing I'll say, I won't back Rio because I think that'll be hypocritical of everything that I've just said. But the one thing I will say in response to that is I think every single one of us, and you'd be lying if you wasn't, but every single one of us was absolutely ecstatic that night. So say that So I think we've got to realise that we weren't after that game thinking, "Oh, bloody hell, we just managed to do that." That was historical, coming from literally the jaws of defeat to victory is the phrase, and we were excellent that night. So for us to say we're back, we were never back at that moment in time. I agree, but it was just more of, oh my God, we've just absolutely done something insane. So yeah, I just wanted to say that every single one of the fan base was just in delirium of winning that game. But yeah, I totally agree with you. It was. We've never been back, and we won't be back in this ownership for me. Whoever the manager, whether it's Ferguson,
even if it was Klopp or Pep, in my opinion, we wouldn't like.
Well, Klopp came out recent. I don't know how recently, but he came out and said the reason he didn't take the Man United job is because it's Disneyland, didn't he? And he said you just get what you want. You don't have to work for it. You just get everything you want. But then after a while of not succeeding, you get treated like shit. And I don't argue with that. Ollie's had everything he wants. Talk said that earlier. The money that's been spent on this team is absolutely ridiculous. If you give this squad to Graham Potter, I'm not saying certain stuff, but maybe a bit better. That's all I'm saying.
I think You know, we've basically talked about everything we've had to, unless there's a topic that I've forgotten. But I mean, yesterday was a new low for Man United, and we've. It's almost like we all expected something this season,
Well,
and
Adam, do
hmm,
you know what I said? We did a preview. I did a preview on the Man United agenda. Did a preview on I can't remember what else I did it. But I said we'll get beat 2-0 by City, and I explained why we'd get beat 2-0 by City, and it was for the reasons that were played out before our eyes yesterday. Because that fucking system, the way we play it, was always going to invite City to just take the piss.
wait, did you say? And it happened.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, because
So,
surely,
all right. So,
you know,
can you say the Glazers are going to sell the club then?
look, I wish I could, mate. And you know, but the
Nah.
thing here, Adam, is the Glazers are slowly slipping into a financial fucking
Yeah,
um,
legit.
car crash.
Someone sent me a video, and it was like, if you had three wishes, what is your first wish? The Glazers sell Man United. That's my only wish. That
Well,
happens. That happens, and then what happened next? This guy's about to say, breaking news: Mike Ashley has bought Man United.
oh fucking hell. No, listen, the Glazers, like I say, they're walking into a financial car crash if they do not like make the decisions that need to be made. Fucking Ed Woodward, if he ain't going to make the decision, they need to make the decision themselves and say to Woodward,
Why is he still here? That is one thing
well,
I've got to say. Why the
I know,
is he still here? Like,
I
how
know,
is
he shouldn't be
he's
here, mate.
he's had the say, or he's going to have the say now of 4 different managers. Like, how has he got away with? Like, because let's face it, if Ollie's sacked before the end of the season, that means Ed Woodward's going to oversee the sacking of Solskjaer and the appointment of a new manager. He was meant to be gone by November.
Yeah, I know. He's somehow clinging on.
Hopefully, I would actually like to ask you. Oh wait, no, I'm trying to find. I'll be 1 second.
No worries.
But the Glazers. There's people out there who want to buy the club and who would buy the club for the right price. There's got to be. But again, we don't want to just sleepwalk in ourselves, going from one bad owner to another bad owner.
Yeah, we've what we've got to do, and you know, when we sacked Mourinho, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Ed Woodward said we will take time in finding the new manager. And what did we do? We gave the first man net. What I would have done is give Ollie 2 months as interim. 2 months, bloody hell, not that bloody long. That's how long we gave him. 2 weeks as interim, 2 games. If we didn't like what it was, get rid of him, see if there's anyone else who wants to come as interim, and use it as like a job interview, because we could have wrote that season off and said, right, we need to if we write this one season off as a loss, we could have the next 10 years of success.
Mm.
But we're owned by leeches, as Adam said.
There's rumours about this man, Ralph Rajanic. What do you guys think about him?
I'll let you take it first, talk.
Do you know what? I'm just going to be totally honest. I don't really know much about the guy. I really don't. Who's he managed? Who's he managed?
He's managed Hoffenheim. He's basically a Bundesliga version of. But basically, he went into the Bundesliga and changed the sort of philosophy and play style of the Bundesliga, not to the extent of like a Pep coming to England, but he sort of gave it a different sort of mentality and approach, basically.
And he played the system he played the way Klopp plays with Liverpool now.
Oh, that's right. You were saying that earlier on. So he plays a 4-3-3 with the wing backs, etc.
Yeah, and he likes his number 9 to play like a Firmino because he was involved in Hoffenheim when Firmino was there.
All right, okay. Well, listen, that excites me in itself. You talk.
And he also basically made RB Leipzig, and you know.
Yeah. Well, if he plays 4-3-3, in the way it's supposed to be played, then I'm all up for that. Get him in there now. Fuck it.
Yeah, and
I
think he's like a manager and a director of football thing. So
yeah, so what I think me and Adam were talking about earlier on is that we could potentially see a interim manager for the remainder of the season in Ralph Rangnick, and then as we find out who the long-term manager is, he goes upstairs, and a manager comes in because he's 63 years of age, so he's not young. So he's not going to be, a manager for 10, 15 years, which the board fantasize about long-term when we've gone and signed the most short-term player in world football in Ronaldo. But there we are. But yeah, I would take him in a heartbeat, not as manager, full as long-term, going beyond this season, but definitely to go upstairs because,
he I don't know if you've heard it. What Klopp plays is called the Gegenpress or something, and
yeah.
And I believe Bayern wanted him at one point to be their next manager, or that lots of teams wanted him. Teams like I believe Manchester United. Let me just pull up the tweet for you guys because I'm getting confused with myself. I apologize. It's been a long weekend. I've aged about 60 years. But oh wait, why am I on my? I need to look. Who cares? I'll just use. I forgot that I accidentally am on my mum's account. So sorry, mum, if you're gonna get lots of football news. Do you guys know who Christian Folk is?
Yes.
He's like a very. So this is obviously the United stand, and sorry guys, I apologize with what I am doing. But yeah, as you can see here, he said Ralph Rangnick is still an option at Man United if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will get strapped. He's interested. The United stand have obviously said that, and he's obviously put Ralph Rangnick is still interested. And when it comes to German football, I think is he very reliable? I think Christian Folk. I think he's meant to be.
He's one of the main outlets for German news and
so Ralph Rangnick apparently wants the Manchester United job, and honestly, get him in. He's 63, which he's obviously not going to be here for the long term, like Mike said. But
63 is not a bad age. My granddad will kill me, but but yeah, definitely
63. I mean, he could go another
12.
5. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends on his personal ambition and his health. If his health allows it, then he could go another 10 years. But
yeah, because Ferguson died at 75, didn't he?
Yeah. So, but looking at his style of play, this pressing that they're talking about, yeah, that's the key. The thing there is when you look at it, how they explain it is, you don't allow the opposition to press out, to move out. Because no sideways backward passing, and then once you do lose possession, you're all over them.
And I know that this outlet isn't too sourceable. I mean, the Express. I'm reading it.
Oh God! Don't read the Express, Adam. I've done that for years.
I don't. But
just like the bloody sun.
Apparently, according to Bild in Germany.
Yeah, Bild is a decent source, yeah.
They're saying that if he were to step in as manager on a temporary basis, he'd want a behind-the-scenes role once a manager was appointed.
That's what we want. Oh, brilliant. Because one thing that I don't want us to do is, I don't want us to be in a position, right, where it's basically like what I said earlier. We've got all the furniture, we've got the TV, we've got the washing machine, we've got the wardrobe, but we've got no house to put it in. It's basically what we're in now. We've got the players, we've got the ability in the squad, we've potentially in Ralph Rangnick got both a manager now to get rid of this absolute shambles that is happening right now, and get him in just to steady the ship. And whilst he's in post as manager, because of his football nous and his football knowledge, he could be looking at a potential manager whilst being interim. So then when he does get put upstairs, when that dickhead leaves, then he can then be put upstairs whilst we've got the new manager under control of not the Glazers, but under the control of Ralph Rangnick. Because when you've got a DOF in charge, we've been crying out for a director of football for 2-3 years,
And honestly,
even
I
before
said it
Ollie.
before. Like, for direct, sorry to cut you off, Mike,
No,
but
that's fine.
you know, I've said before, Ralph Ragnick was the guy I wanted for director of football.
Well, I think the director of football, I think, was difficult to sort of elite. Like you didn't know where to go, because when we were talking about the director of football, Mourinho was still in charge, and it was tugged under Mourinho. Then we sacked him. Ollie gave us that bounce, that new manager bounce that we sort of lived off for 2 to 3 months, which everyone was excited. Then become like the turgid times of the last 18 months.
According to some, Ralph Ragnick actually he influenced the playstyles of Klopp, Tuchel, and Julian Nagelsmann, the Bayern manager.
Yeah, that's what I said. Basically, because I know I'm going to sound like an absolute football nerd here, but one thing I like to do is I like to analyze tactical approaches and styles of play.
You know what? Me and you the same.
and what I've noticed with like German football, I wouldn't say German football is anywhere near the Premier League standard, because you'd be lying. Because if I think Bayern, who are the clear and far the best team in Germany, would struggle against the best three in England quite a lot in Chelsea, Liverpool, City. But what the German teams do, and I think touched on this earlier, you don't allow them to play out. And what you do is when they've got that ball because most modern day football, or good modern day football, like to play from the back. So what you see is the goalkeeper will have the ball, and in about 10, 15 yards of him, you'll have one centre back or one player drop in to come and collect the ball off the keeper to move quickly and progress further up the pitch. So what you want is when that ball gets played from the keeper, you want your striker or your number 10 to be progressing and pushing up the pitch, putting pressure on that first touch. So then when he tries to play out, you've got him pressing, and then you've got your wide players pushing on and basically not allowing him out. And then you're in a situation as the defending team where you have to go long. Yes, it pushes your defenders 10 yards further forward, but it pushes the opposition's defensive line 10, 50, 10, 5. It's become a midfield game. And if you've got a better midfield, you'll win the game, because that's the way you like to push up. That's why you see Bayern win so many games, because they've got a midfield that is so stable that when you do push up the pitch, their midfield will outclass the opposition's midfield 5-10 times over. That's why you see so many high scoring. That's why Bayern win games 5-0, 5-1, 6-0, 7-0.
Another thing is that apparently when Barca sacked Ronald Koeman, they were actually interested in bringing Ralph Ragnick. For me, I don't believe that. I always think they were going to bring in Xavi.
That could go really bad for them. I'll say this now. I don't think it'll get this bad, but they could be in a bottom half league position, Barcelona, in a couple of years. They could be. I don't like to say it because I grew up.
You think Xavi was appointed too early for them?
I think Xavi was appointed wrongly, to be truthfully honest, Adam, mate. But one thing I will say is when I was growing up, I was watching. Obviously United, because I love United, but I was also watching, the Inter Milan team, the AC Milan team, the Barcelona team. These incredible teams of the early 2000s, and watching Barcelona drop. They could be a mid-table team in the next few years, and that could be really damaging for them. The legacy that Barcelona have.
Considering what they've had to do with sacking Koeman, and considering their financial problems, they can't really afford for Xavi to mess up.
Yeah, I agree, because the compensation will be so high, because they've had to take Xavi out of a job with where was he? Qatar, I think it was, wasn't it?
I mean, and
Qatar have got a lot of money as well, so they're gonna basically say to Barcelona, you better make him succeed, otherwise we're going to be asking for a little bit of cash back.
Apparently what they were going to do is that they were going to try and make like Barcelona. Do you know how the World Cup is in Qatar next year?
Yeah.
They were going to try and make Barcelona support the Qatar World Cup to get Xavi or something. But with Ralph Ragnick, he's, in my opinion, I think that it would be a smart move to get him in as interim. And if he would, because would you take him in if he is okay with having an interim job, but once his time as interim job is over, he wants to be in the behind the scenes, like the director of football? Would you be okay with getting Ragnick in?
I think it's difficult, and the reason I say it's difficult is because you never know what can change, and football can change so quickly. And I've said this so many times. Look what happened with Ollie. He came in, there was a bounce. Everyone, I will disagree with any single one person that will say they didn't want Ollie to get that contract. Everyone was singing Ollie's at the wheel. Let's be honest, we all was, and we all wanted him to get that contract. I don't think there was any Man United fan saying no, don't give him the job, give someone else, because at the time we thought this could be something serious. But I don't want to fall into the trap again where we're sort of, what's the word? Basically giving someone a job, but saying the obligation. I don't want to go with an obligation approach to something again, saying, right, you've got this job. Once you, finish this season as interim, you get the director of football straight away. Because I think that's a bit too reactionary and it's a bit too, quick. And we know what United's board are like. They would do that if the fans were singing, they want Ralph Ragnick as the director of football. So I wouldn't do it personally. I want him to go upstairs, yes. Do I want it as soon as his interim is over? No, I'd want him to see how he is with the tactical approach and see if he fits the director of football quota. If he does, then pose the question, like Talk said earlier, with the manager situation. Let's see the noise. Let's see if there's anyone else that wants to come in and be a director of football. If there isn't, and if we can see a pathway under Ragnick, then go with it. But don't just put all your eggs in that basket, because we've seen how it can affect a team.
One thing I think would worry me about Ragnick coming in would be that if he does too well, they start singing, like what happened with Ollie, basically. For me, it's difficult because right now, I'll be honest, I do not know what's going to happen at this club. Ollie could get sacked, but I wouldn't bet on it. And, who do we get as a replacement? Because I'll be honest, if we did, I honestly don't think we'd do this thing. I don't think we'd get Ten Hag or Potter. I think we wouldn't even get Rajnik. I think we'd do something that we'd regret.
Well, let's face it, the board are not clever, are they? So whoever comes in, I don't think is going to be someone competent. It's going to be, I don't like to say it because I really cannot. I don't want to watch football under this man, but I really could see it being someone like a Brendan Rodgers, someone like that, or a Southgate.
Brendan Rodgers comes to United, I'm done with football.
Oh, even worse, Gareth Southgate. I mean,
yeah. I mean, as a Welshman, seeing Southgate, I obviously think he's doing a great job, but no, forget that. But like I say, a lot of England fans that I speak to, and a lot of people that in the summer they were saying, look, we're in a European Championship final. However, he is not the man to take us forward.
I've got some news as well.
Please, he's gone.
No.
Oh,
according to Sam Allardyce is the favourite to take over the Norwich job.
Well, that makes sense. In a way, that makes sense because they need to be saved. They need to be saved. That's
his magic is done now. His magic is done for me now. He didn't get promoted. Didn't get promoted. He didn't keep West Brom up, did he? So I think his magic is done.
But I think, that's their only hope, to be fair, right now, isn't it? It's whilst they work on something else.
And apparently, for me, I hope that Ollie's going to get sacked. But for me right now, being a Man United fan is depressing.
The thing is. Oh, sorry to cut you off, Adam. But the thing I've got to say is, I know he has to get sacked. I'm not. You guys are going to be thinking, he's going to say he should stay now. But no,
give him a new 5-year contract.
I don't think he should be staying. However, what I've got to say is, I'm never going to be in this situation where I'm screaming Ollie out or screaming, this, that, and the other, because I know he needs to go. I know it's time for him to go, but I just think that
shouting Ollie out isn't going to do out.
No, yeah, it's not just that. It's the fact that what are we going to get from it? Are we going to get? Is it going to make you feel better? If so, that's embarrassing. for me.
Yeah, that's the wrong reasons.
If you're just screaming Ollie out, he's going to get sacked. Let's face it, he's going to get sacked. So you don't need to be screaming Ollie out, because ultimately the right decision will be made. Yes, half a year too late, but the decision will be made.
It still is. Well, we've come up to an hour. I think I'm going to end it there. For those who are watching, probably no one, but still, if you are, I'm doing a Mexican Grand Prix watch along later at 7. So be sure to join if you want. And I'll catch you all in the next video.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Cheers.